Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this episode we're going to take a look at aura mods. Now first up, let's look at how to attain them. So you attain the vast majority of aura mods, and in particular the useful ones, through the Nightwave emissary missions. So we're going to come down to our cred offerings. Obviously scroll on down past the 19. Hopefully you'll have saved some some creds, unlike me, because I just spent all mine on 19, so I won't need any more ever again. And you'll see that we have these mods with the circular... Oh, it's not letting me highlight, that's not fair. The circular symbol in the top center. These rewards cycle around every oh no, it's every week, look. One of my friends told me it was 3 days, he was wrong. So every week this will change. I mean, I've got a pretty good roll here. We've got energy siphon, corrosive projection, which are probably two of the strongest. That and rejuvenation are really strong as well. That seems like a new one. I don't remember that one. That's interesting. Clearly I'm missing one. Anyway, once you've got an aura mod, and don't worry if those ones aren't there in particular, any aura mod is better than no aura mod. I'm going to show how this works now. So coming over to Nova, let's go over to our empty one here, and what you'll see is we have our capacity at the top. Switch over to auras. And you'll see that essentially, if I say put this on, even though it's the wrong polarity, it still gives me one extra capacity rather than taking it away. So these are incredibly important. Even the wrong one is better than no aura. But obviously this is, I mean, on top of, compared to that, this gets doubled when it's the correct one. So this is mega important, particularly if you are not using reactors and you're struggling for capacity on your Warframes. These are going to be incredibly helpful to you. There are a couple of other types of aura mods, which we're going over later. They drop in a place called the Silver Grove and Arbitration mods. You can Google that if you're impatient and you want to find out how to get them. But they're quite late game, so... well, one of them is anyway, the Arbitration one is. So that is pretty much everything to do with aura mods. Obviously they have an effect, so for example... totally unequipped everything here. They obviously all have an effect which affects you and your party. So incredibly useful. So this one obviously gives everybody 0.6 energy per second, which is nice. It's 1 energy every 2 seconds. If you have like 4 people with that, you can basically run around doing pals as much as you want. There are many things to play with. Corrosive projection is really important against armored enemies, and in particular like the infestors and stuff. So just bear that one in mind if you happen to see it. So yeah, that's everything on aura mods that I can think of. If you guys can think of anything else, leave it in the comments below. And stay tuned for more cool mods later on this week.